Okay, new me here. This is the annual video of me recapping the games that I have played throughout the year, or not that I've played, but more that I've completed throughout the year. And I wanted to be in date order, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that. But um, yeah, this year I have been working a lot. So the number of games that I've completed will be lower, but I don't know why I did a long pause. I'll probably cut that out. But yeah, I still have lots to say about them. So uh yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so for the first game of 2025, I did figure out a way to do it in chronological order of like games that I've completed. The first one was Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yay! Already knew it was a great game, saw many people play it. It just took me a minute to pick up the game. You know, obviously I was playing other stuff. Um, but the game is great. Honestly, yeah, I don't have any qualms about it. It's a great game, and I definitely can see myself playing it again. Cause like the first time I played it, I kind of played it a bit blindly, and kind of just did my own thing. I think my next playthrough would probably be like an all-girl playthrough. Uh, I might get some DLC too, but that's gonna be things I do on my own. This was a game that we completed on stream. Totally love the game. Every second of it. I mean, they had it out of the park. What can I say? If you're following this channel, you most likely played the game or know something about Fire Emblem Three Houses. I had a great time. I may have been late to the party, but I had a great time. Okay, two things that I forgot to say about Fire Emblem Three Houses is that one, I was stupid and didn't figure out how to do the dancer class. I will be doing it on my second playthrough. And number two, I was very, very sad because I knew that you were able to like marry a character in the game, but I wasn't sure of like who or like how far it extends. I wind up marrying Dorothea, but I played as female Byleth, and I really, really, really like Shamir. And I don't know. I mean, nobody told me. I told nobody to like spoil or anything like that. But I really wanted to date Shamir. You were unable to do it. Even if you played as male Byleth, I think you're unable to date Shamir. But it was a real bummer. Yeah, I think that's it. I still like the game though. Whatever. Okay, so one more thing about Fire Emblem. Just because while I was editing the video, I kind of thought about this. Because like, you know, I've played a good amount of Fire Emblem games. I've played Fire Emblem 5, I played Sacred Stones, I played Shadows of Valentia. Um, and I watched a bit of Thracia in Fire Emblem 4. But I just had a brain fog. But all of those games, you, as the Lord, as the protagonist, you use a sword. In this game, you can choose whatever you want to use. If you really wanted to, you could just be like, I mean, your protagonist already has some proficiency in swords, but if you really want, you could use bows. And eventually you can use magic. If you really wanted, you could just be like, now I want to just be like a healer. Never, like in Fire Emblem, again, I haven't played that many Fire Emblem games, but like as the protagonist to be like, I hope I don't sound silly with this, because again, I haven't played a lot of Fire Emblem games, so I hope that this isn't a thing. Well, that'd be cool if it was in other games, but like in my head, I feel like this is the first time it's been like a thing like this where you could just be like, oh no, like, yeah, archery and healing, that's what I do. It's like that's really freaking cool, and I'm surprised that like now it's a thing. Like I would have thought they would have done something like this like a bit earlier, but I guess not. I don't know. It's pretty cool, and honestly, looking forward to the new Fire Emblem game that's coming out and seeing like, will we go back to just using swords, or like, will we get the choice again? I know we had that other Fire Emblem game after this one, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like how it looked, like gameplay wise and stuff. So like, I was whatever with it. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I even forget the name. I'm sorry, but it happened like after Three Houses. But I'm talking about like this new one that's been announced now. I wonder how it's going to be, because it seems like it's going to be more in lines of something I would like. But yeah, choosing, having more customability is always good in my book. So yeah, I enjoy that. Okay, so Numi again from Post. There was another game that I played in 2025 and completed, and I totally forgot about it because it was a game that I started off stream and then I completed on stream. And while I was looking through Sully Gnome, that's what I'm using to like, see what games I played through the year. It was showing that I didn't play it that much. So I was like, oh, maybe I did it in 2024. No, that is not true. I completed that game in 2025, actually on stream. And it was between, I believe, it was very early on. It might have been some streams like towards the end of Grandia 3, maybe. Maybe it was between Grandia 3 and Grandia 1. I'm not really sure. I know it was earlier in the year. Actually, I could see right here on the calendar that it was. Let's click it. Click. It was through. Yeah, it was February. Yeah, it was actually during the time of Fire Emblem Three Houses. There were a couple of streams where like I would play Fire Emblem, and then I would switch. What in the world was I doing? I was playing through wait, hold on. I was playing through Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, but then I started Fire Emblem Three Houses. But then while I was playing that, I started Grandia 3 and still was playing the Nemesis. Okay. And then I completed Nemesis in March, I believe. Yeah, that's what it seems like. All right. So, yeah, it was actually during playing Grandia 3. And I was still playing through Three Houses. This is so confusing. This is I don't remember playing all of these games at once. But anyways, and it's saying that I was playing Nocturne and freaking Legends Arceus and Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I literally play everything, guys. This is so confusing. I think next year I'm going to just, right after I finish a game, just record a bit while it's still fresh in my head, because good God, I really thought this was 2024. But with all of that aside, I'm so sorry. Nemesis is an amazing game. This is the original RE3 Nemesis. This game is really fun. I think with me playing through Parasite Eve 2 and Dino Crisis 1, it really prepared me for a lot of the older survival horror games. So playing this felt very natural. Funny enough, I did, yes, play this offline, because I just wanted to check it out and see. Like, I was like, well, I like it, and I actually really did like it. So I was like, all right, let's pull this over to stream, and I enjoyed it very, very much. This game is amazing. I actually want to play it on a little bit harder difficulty just to see what will happen. But yeah, this is amazing. Like, the puzzles, the whole scenario, just playing as Jill. It's just something about playing a horror game with a female protagonist. It just feels right. It just feels right. Actually, I like this game so much that I had an idea of making my top 10 or whatever female leads in video games. That's how much I love this game. But you know what's really funny about this game is how Jill absolutely beats the snot out of Nemesis. Go through that game. I don't think you know that meme where it's like, you're not locked in here. No, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. That's how it is with Nemesis and Jill. You think Nemesis is a big bad? No, Jill is. Hopefully I'm showing like some of the cutscenes. I actually have save states because there's a choice thing between those little, like, I guess early versions of QTEs. It's not really QTEs, it's more like choose your adventure, but it's like really quick. Yeah, I did save states for him so I could see both sides of it. It's literally just Jill beating the crap out of him, finding out ways to just like thwart him. But yeah, this game is absolutely amazing. I definitely heard that 3 had the remake for 3 took a lot of stuff out and it wasn't really liked. So I was like, okay, well, let's just, if everybody doesn't like the remake, let's see how good the original was. And the original was actually really, really good. Some things I really like about it, I kind of like how Nemesis is, like, he chases you, but only in specific areas. For example, if you're in like the north part of the city and he's chasing you around there, there's a point that connects the north and south of the city where if you go to the south, he will not chase you because he's not there. Like, he's not in that area. You get what I'm trying to say? So, but if he is scripted to be in the south part, you know what I mean, or the east or west, whatever, if he's supposed to be like specifically in like a building or something like that, you know what I mean? It's just like he does chase you, but if you go further enough and go to a completely other side, or not a side, but like a completely other map, he won't chase you there. And I kind of love that. It's like he's kind of at the places where it's important instead of just chasing you indefinitely everywhere. That would be annoying. Another thing that I really enjoy about this game is just the different things that could happen in the game. Like, they have a lot of environmental things. There was this point where there was a barrel that I believe there's a cutscene in the game where if the barrel is there, it explodes, but if it doesn't, they find something else to do in the cutscene, and that's a cutscene. So they scripted 2 different cutscenes depending on if that barrel is there or not. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. How many times could I say that? Oh my god, I'm becoming a broken record. I think that I really enjoy about this game is how it has each section and how like large it is without it being like too much. What I mean by that is you have a lot of places to explore, but they make very good use of those places because there's a lot of places that are locked that you come back to, but by the time you come back to it, you're so familiar with the area that it's okay. I feel like there's a lot of games who actually cannot do that. There's a lot of games where they want you to go back to a certain place, but either it's too out of the way or you haven't been there in so long that you kind of forget, or you're like, ugh, okay, we got to go all a bit way back there. But with how the city works, and I think it's, well, you go to the city, you go to the police station, I believe you go through the sewer. No, it's not a sewer. It's just an underground place, whatever. But like the way that the city is built and the way that you go through it, it has a lot of connecting parts to it where like going back to another area, you're like, oh, it's there. Okay. I've been through that place like 100 times. I know exactly where to go. Like, I feel like they really did good with that. And that's kind of, I guess it's hard because there's a lot of games who want you to go back and backtrack and you're like, ugh. Well, at least for me, I'm like, I would rather not. Or it's just like, it's been like 200 hours since I've been back to the first area. All right, whatever. Let's figure this out again. But they do that amazingly in this game, which, I mean, it makes sense. This is now the third game. They should be doing good at this point. Capcom honestly was doing their big one with these RE games back then, so like I expect nothing less. But that's all I can really recall from this game. I think I'm just gonna play it through hard mode and see. Oh, one more thing. I think it's really funny that Carlos, the person who was voice acting Carlos in the original, I say the you know I was playing the original. Why am I even? All right, whatever. I love how he forgets that he has an accent until he remembers and it comes back and then it fades out again. That's the funniest thing in this game. Because like I'm listening and at first he did not have an accent. Then it came in and I was like, huh? And then it went away and I was like, wait, is he supposed to have an accent? At this point, don't even have it. But yeah, there's so many different scenarios in this game. Like I said before, it's kind of crazy. Like, play through this game and just like don't do like how I did and just like do save states and stuff like that. I only did that because it was on stream and I just wanted to see everything. Everybody was here, so I was just like, all right, let's see it together. But honestly, this is a game that I say, like, give it a couple playthroughs and see. And the game is not long at all. I mean, it's a survival horror game. Most survival horror games aren't even long, especially on the PlayStation 1, which this game looks great on the PlayStation 1, by the way. It still amazes me how many good looking games actually came from the PlayStation 1. That's wild. But yeah, play through it a couple of times. It's not that long, and see what type of different scenarios and different places you end up and stuff to see, you know. But yeah, let's move on. One little thing I want to add about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is that while I was like fake making footage for this video, I actually really started to play it and I started to enjoy it again. Like, I want to really emphasize how much I enjoy this game, that like while I was making fake footage, I was like actually solving the puzzle again and actually getting back into it, and I had to like snap myself out of it and be like, hold on, wait, you're not actually playing, you just need footage. I mean, I was in New Game Plus using Regina's outfit from Dino Crisis 1, but I was just like, wait, let me see if I can actually like remember it. And like I was actually like moving through it. I mean, as you saw, but I'm like, wow, I really do enjoy this game. Like, it feels really good. I can't infinite. Wow, so good I can't speak. Anyways, let's move on. Now for the next game that we have completed, and that is Grandia 3. The game with not even an argument. I was gonna say arguably, no, it's not even an argument. That desert theme is the best song that has been created in video games ever. You can't fight me. Ugh, there's no argument. Anyways, when it comes to the game, I remember people saying that they didn't really care too much about it, or it was a bit generic. Now, I am not the person that could judge if a JRPG is, maybe I could, but I don't know. I feel like this one was fine, you know. The part that I really did enjoy about the game is the part with Miranda, Yuri's like adoptive mom, who like was very protective over him and stuff like that, and she kind of learned how to let him go. I'm being really quick and brief with it. If you want to play the game, please go play. Like, I recommend playing it. But I thought that was very interesting. A mom or mom figure going on the adventure with you. Like, she's not just in the party. Like, she's not like tagging along. Like, she's actually fighting with you. You can equip equip her and everything like that. And she kind of like learns to let you go. And I've also learned with playing Grandia that they have this kind of like theme in all of the games, but it's kind of like loose when it comes to like sky, air, wings, like, flying and stuff like that. And I feel like, it could have been a thing of like, letting the bird out of the nest, or you know what I mean, on their own, or just like letting Yuri spread his wings, especially because Yuri wants to be a pilot. So that could also play into it as well. And she's letting him spread his wings. So I thought that was really cute. And I know a lot of people didn't like after Miranda left because they felt like it became more of a generic RPG. But I feel like it was very important for the story. The things that I didn't enjoy about this game is that they had a lot of difficulty spikes. Now, I may look into that just to see, but just to see like it wasn't me or something, or maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. But there have been points where I'm like, I'm moving through the story, and I'm not a person who skips battles. I am not a person who skips battles. If I get into a battle, I'm going to fight it so I don't have to grind later. But there have been a couple of moments in this game where I'm like, goodness, should I go grind? Why is this so difficult? And like, it's okay if it's a boss battle, and if it was difficult, then maybe you trying to, make me use a different strategy or something like that. But like, it'll be random encounters where I'm like, hold on, why am I getting torn apart? Like the last place, it was easy breezy, all Japanesey. Now I get here and I'm getting thrown around like a freaking plush. What's going on? But I think that was my biggest gripe about the game. Yeah, I know they have a new mechanic with the mana eggs in this one, which is kind of, I can understand someone being frustrated with that, because like every single game the mana egg is different, which like on one side it's like, ooh, fresh and new, but on the other side it's like, dang, could y'all like really figure out a system? But whatever. I rolled with it. It was fine. I do like how the mana egg works in the other two games, actually more than this one, but what could you do? And I think that's it for Grandia 3. Yeah. For Grandia 1, how can I say this? For people who like Grandia 1, I want to have a discussion with you. Like, I want to have like a podcast discussion with you. Because I've had many people come by my streams and say how much they love Grandia 1 and how it's so much better than the other two. And a lot of those people did play it as a kid. So maybe they have like rose tinted glasses on, rose tinted shades on, and maybe it just like hit them at a really pivotal point in their life. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm probably not gonna play the game again. No, that's a little harsh. I might play it one more time just to like really submit it. But okay, let's start off with the pros. Gameplay wise, love it. You first of all, in the other two games, Grandia 2 and Grandia 3, every single party member had just one type of weapon. The hero had a sword, mage probably has a staff, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they got creative with it. Like in 3, there was a girl who had a tarot card and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like, a guy has axe, person has knife, stuff like that. Alright, cool. But in this game, the way the mechanics work, everyone has multiple weapons. And sometimes they could share weapons and stuff like that, which is cool. But everyone has multiple weapons that they can equip, and not everybody can equip magic, but most people can equip magic. And at first I didn't know we would get enough mana eggs to put on everybody, but you do. Sorry, but you do. Actually, I feel like no, I'm actually not sorry. This is actually a tip for you. If you're playing Grandia 1, just put the mana eggs on everybody. It's okay. You'll trust me, you'll be fine. Um, Not everybody, but everybody who can equip mana eggs. But when it comes to that, people have weapons that they can equip. They have mana eggs. It's 4 different elements: wind, fire, ice, and earth. And increase the person's stats alongside increasing the person's stats. They get magic. They also can level up their weapons. Depending on what you have equipped will level up. Your magic will level up. You have to use the stuff though. You have to, like, if you have that axe equipped, you have to hit things with it. If you have the water mana egg equipped, you gotta continuously heal or whatever, so it can gain more experience. And as you do that, you gain more skills. So let's say you have the axe and the fire and you're leveling those 2 things up. Now you get crazy fire axe spin thing. That's amazing. That's cool. I actually don't know why they didn't elaborate more on that system. I feel like they hit it right there, like hit it out of the park at the first game. That's crazy. Like, kudos to them. Like, I'm never going to take that away from them. That's great. Unfortunately, not everybody can equip magic, but it's fine. The important people can. Also, another thing that I enjoyed, because this is an older game, but they kind of foreseen, like, oh, I don't know if the word is foreseen, but there's a lot of party members who are like in and then out. So they kind of did a thing where it's like, all right, when this person actually legitimately like leaves your party forever, they don't do a thing like how old games do, where it's like, well, that experience and that is those equipment and everything like that, well, it's gone forever. Nope. Equipment obviously gets passed on to people, or does it get passed on into the storage? Probably one of the two. And then you get a scroll. It's like the person's name / scroll, and it's all the experience, like all the weapon experience, all of the magic experience that they had, and you could just put it onto another person in the party. Love that. That is amazing. Like, applause. You can't hear it, but applause. But as for the things that I did not like, the pros, why is everybody aged like this and they act like this? What I mean is, when I was first playing the game, the way the writing sound to me was that Fina was much, or not much, but like at least a good number of years older than Justin. Now, I did not look up the ages at first, but Justin's like, I want to go on an adventure. I want to be an adventurer like my dad. Doesn't that sound like a kid to you? Like, I thought he was like 10, 11. You know what I mean? And then when you meet Fina, and she's like cool, and she's like, I've been adventuring for a while now. I know my thing. I got my license to be an adventurer. I'm already distinguished. I already know what I'm doing. So in my head, I'm thinking, she probably like 17, 18 or something like that. And then there were points where they started to try to put Fina and Justin together. And at that point, I said, hold on, time out, pause stream. Let's go look up these ages. Now, Justin is 14 and Fina is 15. I don't know about you. Maybe it might be me. But the way the writing feels, it feels like Justin is a little bit younger than that and Fina is a bit older than that. I don't know. But hey, he's 14, she's 15. And then obviously this is going to be spoilers, whatever. You already know. And then as the story goes on, I think his name is Muller, the guy with the blonde hair, the son of the evil guy. He's 23 years old. Because while I was looking things up, he's 23 years old, right? And then as you like go through the story and stuff like that, Lean, who is Fina's twin sister, meaning if you're the twin, that means you're the same age. That means Lean and Fina are both 15 years old. It definitely feels like Lean and Muller, or whatever his name is, starts with an M. It seems like they have feelings for each other. Muller, or whatever the heck his name is, he's 23. Okay. And then the lieutenant girls, don't remember their names, is one with the orange hair, purple hair, and green hair. Yeah, the annoying girls. They all have crushes on him, and they're all, I'm pretty sure, 16 or 17 years old. Now, that part, I guess there are young people who do have crushes on older people, and he doesn't show likeness towards them at all. Okay. But it's like, it's a bit much. Like, it was like that added on to all of the other stuff. I was like, I don't like this. It's not making me feel good. Not making me feel good at all. And ages aside, there's a point in the end of the game where Fina, no, Lean uses up all of her energy. And I think Lean, yeah, she uses up all her energy, and then Fina's like, I don't have the power to, like, you know, get rid of all of these monsters and stuff like that. It was only Lean. I don't have it. So at the whole game, like, we think Lean, not the whole game, but at a certain point we think Lean can only do it because she's the only one who has the wings. And then all of a sudden, after Lean goes, it's not even like a thing where like Lean transfers her power to Fina. Maybe she did, I don't know. I feel like no, because I remember looking it up and I'm like, I didn't see any stuff like that. So I didn't see like Lean like transferring her powers to Fina, but all of a sudden now Fina has the power after she said she didn't have the power. What? So none of it made sense. There was a point in the story though where Muller, the 23-year-old blonde guy, I remember he really got on Justin. And I actually applauded this, where Justin was like, it's okay, we'll find out a way. It's alright, there's always a way. And Muller was like, alright, so if there's always a way, tell me. What should we do right now? Since you know everything. Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky, people are dying. And you're like, there has to be a different way. A different way of what? Where? If there is, show us right now. Oh, you don't know. You don't have anything. So like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of, I wish that they elaborated more on that, like they did more with that, because how can I say it? At first, Justin was a happy-go-lucky kid who wanted to go on an adventure, and I kind of wish that something like that happened to him earlier to make him mature on the adventure, instead of him being, like, he could still be happy to go on an adventure, I'm not saying like kill his dreams, but also like be a little bit more rooted in reality. And when something tragic is happening like that, where people are like, many hundreds of people are dying, and you're like, we'll solve it somehow. What do you mean somehow? Alright, so show us. But I felt like a lot of the game was him just being like, see, I told you we could solve the problem. It felt like there was always like a, and the day was saved type of thing. I don't know. Whew. But yeah, I still don't understand. I want those people to come back to my stream who said that they liked this game over 2. If you said the mechanics and like battles, sure, all right. Maybe even the sprite work, because this game had sprites. But story, I'ma look at you sideways. What's going on? Alright, one more thing that I forgot to say about Grandia 1 that I didn't like is that there was no map. Now, in Grandia 2, there also is no map, but there's a compass that tells you if you're going back or forth. or like if you're going back to where you came from or you're going forward to the objective. Um, this game also has a compass. It does not tell you if it's going back or forth. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure like the yellow thing, but even then, there are dungeons where it's so confusing because everything looks the exact same. But also, unlike other games around this time like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy V, or even Final Fantasy VI, I think. Yep, 5, sorry, Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII, because I believe in Final Fantasy VII, there's an option to turn the little pointer on to show you like where doorways are. I don't know, let me know if that's like in the newer versions or was that in the 1997 version. But I think if you're trying to compare it to like Chrono Trigger or something like that, there's only one way to look at the dungeon, so there's only one way to go. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, even if there is something that like beats off the path, it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is where you need to go. In this game, because you can rotate the camera, as impressive as it is that you can do that, it actually is terrible for a game with no map, where you can rotate the camera and now everything looks the same and you're like, well, did I go through this path or did I not go through this path? I'm not sure. And there's just been too many times where I've gotten confused, so I've definitely looked up a walkthrough of a map to try to help me pinpoint where I was going. Listen, if there's one thing that they can do with remaking any of the Grandia games, just get maps. Because like, even in Nocturne, and I hate comparing it to Nocturne because we all know that those labyrinthian dungeons are crazy. At least you had a map. At least you have a map, so when you're exploring it, you know where you've been and you know not to go back. There's been so many times I got turned around and got sent back to the beginning, and I'm like, I don't even know how I did this. And like, you want to explore the whole place because you want to get, you know, different items and stuff, because there's a lot of like healing items and I'm pretty sure I missed out on a couple of weapons and equipment simply because like once I made it out, I'm like, I'm not going through this place ever again. And I'm specifically remembering that forest area when you're going to like that sacred village or never again. It's when you got off the train and you're going towards that hidden village. Never again. Oof. But yeah, just good God. I don't know, maybe, how did you guys get through? Did you just know how to use a compass and it wasn't an issue for you? Am I the only person who didn't like this? I don't know, but man, it like, I've never had this much trouble. But then again, all of the other games had maps, and even with Grandia 2, the dungeon design was pretty on point that I didn't really need to use the compass like that. But yeah, there was only a couple of dungeons. I can only think of like 2 dungeons where I was like, I gotta use this compass. But nah, for Grandia 1, I got lost in dungeons a lot. But yeah, gosh, this game. Now on to the next game that I actually started playing maybe a year or 2 back, and I got back to it and I actually restarted it. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Ooh, this game is a doozy. I think the first time I played it, I was doing a magic run and I was just like, this ain't working out. So I came back and I did more of a physical run. It was fine. I would say, if you're playing this game, buy the DLC that gives you more experience, like so you can like go to a different area and get the grimoires and stuff like that. Just if you don't want to do the money one, fine. I feel like the one for experience, grinding up those levels, I fear it's needed. Unless you just want to sit and grind for forever, which I was doing kind of at the beginning, but I was like, nah, let's buy that DLC. And I did, and I was like, oh, this is great. And I still had a difficult time, not in a bad way, but I still had a difficult time even with the grinding. But it just sped up the monotony. But it's it falls in the same category as Digital Devil Saga, where it's like, yes, I played it, but it's going to be a number of years before I play it again. You know, it's not one of those experiences that like after I played it, I'm like, oh, maybe next year or something like that, I'll play it again. There are some games on this list where I'm definitely going to play it again very, very soon. But something like Nocturne, I don't think I'm going to be playing it again too close to now. What's something I could say that many people haven't even said about it? I just feel like, for the most part, what makes it difficult is that you have so little resources. It's just like, how can I explain? It's like old game. All I can say is like old game mechanics mixed with high encounter rate, and obviously the encounters are just like big middle fingers. So that whole mixture makes it really difficult. So it's a good challenge. I'm trying to remember like things I didn't enjoy about the game. No, because I think there are things that like the first time I played about it, I did figure it out. It was mostly me. I think. Oh man, give me a second. Maybe I'm blocking out things about this game because of trauma. But like, it's kind of weird that I can remember the games from before it, but like, I'm not remembering much content. Did I have any complaints about this game? I feel like yes, but I can't remember right now. Hold on. Oh, I remember. Okay, so I wanted to get the True Demon ending, and you have to do all the menorah stuff and go down. You know the place with the menorahs where you gotta put it down. That place quite literally is hell. Quite literally. It's a type of dungeon that I don't even know could be created today. Maybe it could, but like, I feel like if it was done in a modern game, people would just like hate it so much. It's just such a slog. You have to do so much. I'm gonna be honest with you, most of that stuff down there, I just looked up a walkthrough because I was like, I'm not here for that. But yeah, I feel like the most difficult part, obviously like recruiting demons, difficult, whatever. They say the wildest stuff. But like just leveling up, I feel like that was the part that really hurt. But obviously buy the DLC. Like, so you don't have to like do the type of thing where like you're running around trying to grind and then you die and you lose all of that grinding experience. Don't even do it. I have no idea how people play the original. I'm not gonna lie. Just do the Grimoire DLC. It'll save you so much of your sanity. I will say one thing though. I think it's very interesting that this game was SMT's, like, I'm pretty sure first time with like the 3D models of a lot of the demons and stuff like that, and just a 3D game in general, because I'm pretty sure all the other games were like sprite based. So they reuse the assets a lot, which is fine. It helps you make more games, and you don't have to spend more time. You don't have to spend a lot of time making a whole bunch of stuff. You can focus more on the story. And with that, it's actually kind of funny that like they focus so much on like 3D environments and the models and stuff like that, and it all looks beautiful. but the story has been scaled back. And I kind of, how can I say, I could see someone disliking that, but I like the way that they scaled back, because they scaled back just enough for you to try to put the puzzle pieces together and have your brain try to piece it together yourself, rather than how some games, it just feels like they forgot to put story in. Whereas this one is just like, it feels like they purposely gave you little bits and pieces so you can figure it out and you can do your thing. So I thought that was very, very smart. And that's how I interpret it. Excuse me. Sorry. It's like about to be 1 a.m. But that's how I interpret it. And yeah, I it's fine. I just really wanted to do a magic run, and I don't know. I just don't think it's right. And one more thing. Quite literally yesterday, I think it was like Buff Maester or whatever. If you played SMT games, you probably came across their channel before. They're playing like this modded version of Nocturne, so maybe I'll get it on Steam and find out those mods. It's a really cool mod. Like, go to his channel like now, alright guys, after watching this video, and just like watch a battle. I watched him fight through Dante, excuse me. I saw him fight Dante, and Dante actually had like his devil trigger. I don't think that happens in the actual S&T game, but he actually had his devil trigger, and he like transformed like mid battle and like up the ante of the battle. But like, this mod seems like it gives you a lot more things to work with, so the difficulty feels better. It's like, okay, I lost, but I can see options, or I could see what I can do to be better. I feel like sometimes in these more difficult games with S&T, it has so many limited options that it almost feels like, well, what can I do? Like, there is an option, but like, it's very slim sometimes. And sometimes it feels to me like, God, my back is straight up against the wall. What do I do? But maybe I'm just not a good enough gamer. It's okay. I'll live. Alright, on to the next game that I completed this year, and this was a quick one. This is on the DS. This was Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime, where you actually play as a slime, and you're adventuring through this this world. Basically, the Platypunks kind of like pillaged your town and took all the slimes, and you got to collect them back and stuff like that. It's a very, very cute game. And you also have like tank battles and stuff. It can be like, it's a cute game, but it can be like a little difficult with the tank battles and stuff like that, but nothing like crazy difficult. You know, you could manage it, but I just feel like it's a fun time, and I don't know, I think it's kind of sad. You know, it's only stuck on the DS. Now, I know that there's a GBA version that was Japan only. There's a 3DS version that's Japan only. I think the 3DS one is boats. I have no idea how the GBA one goes. But yeah, I feel like that's something cute, but I don't know. I feel like Dragon Quest, it's one of those things where it's like, I would want there to be a Switch version, but also like, would it even sell well? Who knows? I don't know. But I think it's very cute. If you haven't played it, listen. I don't know how much it costs if you want to do it physically, but even if you can't do it physically, you know ways that you could do it. It's a DS game. You could find it places. I'm trying to think. I actually don't want to spoil this game that much. It's a cute little adventure, and I feel like you would have a great time. And also, it has tons of puns. If you know Dragon Quest, you know that they do puns, and they have puns out the wazoo when it comes to slime and goo and all that other stuff. So yeah, enjoy. This game is amazing. I love this game. It's a shame that it's owned by Disney because it's probably never going to be seen ever again. If you own a Wii, go buy the game. I bought this game for $10 on Mercari. $10. I'm sorry for everybody if this blows up and like people start buying this game like crazy. I'm sorry if it starts shooting up to like $1,000. It probably won't go up to 1,000, but you know what I mean. Like it's such a good game that like when I saw that it was for $10, I was like, huh, because I played the other Spectrobes games on DS. I didn't know this one existed until a friend told me. I just looked it up, saw it for $10 and bought it. Then I started to play it and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I think it's very, very cute, the little farm areas. I'm sure there's more to do with them, but they have cute little things. I'm pretty sure I have like I hope I have a recording of it or something. Maybe I could just record it myself. But there's some cute little moments in there. I think one thing that I'm remembering that's very significant in the story is that Rollin and Gina, I'm bad with names, guys, they've been partners. Well, they were partners in the first two games. I don't think they had any romantic interest in each other. And even in this game, there's no romantic interest because this one is Origin, so this is like first in the timeline, then it goes 1 and 2, I believe. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having two characters, one male and one female, work together. Like, work closely together, have each other's back, actually have genuine love for each other, but it being platonic. I feel like a lot of times in a lot of games, you have a female lead and a male lead, and for whatever reason, they have to get together. Grandia. They don't always have to get together. Sometimes they could just be friends. Yeah. And also another thing I remember about this game is that the final boss is hard. Like, I remember sweating. That thing, it's difficult. It's difficult. I had to go back and like do a bit of grinding and stuff. Whew. Oh, wait. One tidbit about the game that you should know is that the level of your Spectrobe that you excavate depends on your level. Obviously, how good you excavate it. Obviously, the grading. If you get a better grade, you get a higher level and stuff like that. But you could have like a Spectrobe that you got from like the first island back in the beginning of the game, and you can wait all the way into the end of the game, and it will be higher level. It doesn't matter what time you got it. It just depends on what time that you excavated it, and you know, once you wipe all that dirt away, it'll have like, I'm pretty sure it'll just have a level set. So yeah, if you have some Spectrobes, keep them aside for a bit until the end. I would suggest to not do what I did and try to like grind them up with a lot with like gems and stuff. I would say throughout the game, do your excavation and stuff like that, the stuff around your level. Keep some, and then as time goes on, you grab some more, but don't keep them. Kind of just like throw them away. Not, I hate to say it like that, but kind of just like throw them away because it's so hard to try to grind them. I tried to use the gems. I tried to use them in battle. It's you gonna run out of batteries on your Wiimote. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just wait. Or if they are getting a little low level, go grab another one, excavate it, and now it's going to be more closer to your level. Also, the Spectrobe that's like the sandals, you gonna know it's from the first island. Apparently that one gives you some experience. I didn't know for a good minute of the game. I had to go look it up. It actually has a skill that gives you, and other Spectrobes in the party. Slightly more, I think it's like 25% more experience. It's really good. It actually does help. So what I would say is, for the most part, use it, then Rollin and Gina, who share a level, so you don't have to worry about it. Rollin and Gina just gets higher level, and you can kind of use it throughout the whole game because it's not a bad Spectrobe. It's actually pretty effective, so just run with that throughout the whole game. Gain your little levels and then get your Spectrobes. And then another thing, Rollin and Gina now can use different types of weapons. I kind of stuck with sword and the heavy weapon, like club, mace type thing. Simply because the club and mace can knock enemies back, like if they're defending a lot. Because if you're using a sword, it could just like defend against the sword, so that kind of like knocks their defenses down and then like really hits them hard. So I kind of use that a good amount. I use the sword because it's really fast. The lance I did not use because that shit was slow. Sorry. No, I think there was a couple, maybe one or two lances that were fine, but I remember the lances being slow. And I did not use the gun at all because a lot of times, now sometimes it was good, but for a lot of times the gun, the plasma gun, it would just reflect. For a lot of bosses, it just reflected off of them. So I was like, I'm not using this. So now some bosses it did work on, but for the most part I was like, I would rather just use the club. I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, I think that's all I can remember for right now. So let's move on. What a surprise, Numi from Post again. Something I want to add to this is this game, Spectro's Origins, and another game that's going to be on this list. They both have space exploration where you travel to different planets. Not only do you travel to different planets, you go to those planets multiple times for the story and stuff like that, and it actually means something. I feel like there's a lot of like space travel games where they try to like be like, ooh, you go through space and you go to these different places and you don't really go many places. I think that might be a Star Ocean game where that happened. You kind of like go to a planet and it's not even that different, and it's just like, okay, this could have been the same planet. But for this game and the other one, you go to these different planets like several times. They definitely feel like different places and stuff, and that's just a big plus in my book. I might even make a little video, just video games where you actually go to different planets when you space travel, and like, you know, they're actually significant. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's it. The next game is Rogue Galaxy, a game that like 90% of it I was having a blast, and then the last part I ain't really like. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, everything that I was seeing throughout the entire game, loving it. What's his name? Dogi, the dog man with like the cyber arm. That storyline, great. Love that. But actually, I don't even want to spoil nothing about the game. Just play it. Like for the other part, but for the last part, I did not like the last dungeon. The last dungeon was just, it was literally nothing. Maybe they got rushed or something. And then for that ending battle, that was so long. And if you mess up once, you have to do it all over again. Now, luckily, I was not playing on physical hardware. Shh, don't tell nobody. But every time I went to a new section, I did a save state, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Not everybody I liked using. Like, I would have them in the party, but there'll be some people who like I did not want to control because it just didn't feel the best. But yeah, that final battle was like bleh. But for the most part, I did enjoy the game. This is a game that like if it got remade, I'm buying it day one, unless they do some BS like make it AI or something. You know what I mean? That type of AI. But for the most part, like I did enjoy the game. I don't know if I'm ever going to play it again because I really did not like the ending. Like it probably hurt more than other games where, you know how like the other games like you kind of don't like for most of the ride, it's like or it's kind of like wishy-washy. This one was like, it was like great and then it was a sharp decline. I was like, oof, that drop hurt. That drop really hurt. But I can't say I dislike the game. Maybe actually, you know what, I'll probably play it again. I'm not gonna hold you, I might play it again. Yeah, because the good parts are really good. But yeah, this is a game I do not want to spoil. Actually, it's kind of crazy that I haven't played it at all throughout this whole time. Like this, but then again, I mean, I wasn't playing the PlayStation 2 as a kid. But yeah, this is an amazing game. Please play it. Maybe you could do better at the ending than I can. Play it. It's like it's that good. Like I don't even want to go with, just play it. Okay, one more thing that I forgot about Rogue Galaxy, because I'm just forgetting everything in this video. While getting footage for this, I totally remembered how, or totally forgot, I guess, how much quality of life stuff that they added to this game. And like what I want to be specific about is the teleportals. I just love how it is. I feel like even PlayStation 2 games, like a good amount of PlayStation 2 games that are bigger, they either like go for like smaller corridors, or if they do have like a bigger place, they don't really give you a lot of like places to teleport to. Like if you have to go back in a dungeon or something like that, it's like, okay, let's go run through this thing again, which is annoying. But I do love that like you can teleport everywhere. There are like 2 points in the ship where you can teleport, and then right out of the ship you can just teleport to other places. Obviously you need to be there and activate them. That's of course, why are we teleporting to places we've never been? But like if you go to a planet, you can go teleport to so many different places that you've already explored. Which that's like, I love that. I actually don't know why more games didn't take from that, because I even know games that are from, you know, way after this game came out, where they're a lot more open world. This game is not really open world, but the games that are like a lot more open world and they don't even have that many. I'm just like, this is crazy. But I absolutely love that. Also the team attacks, you know what I mean? Like I probably showed them on screen. Those are really, really cool. Obviously the regular special attacks are cool, but the ones with like a certain group of characters and stuff like that, that's amazing. It reminds me of Chrono Trigger. Everybody loves those like dual techs and triple techs and stuff. I think they only have it for 3 people. I don't think they have it for 2 people in this game. Anyways, I can't remember. If they do, great. But yeah, this game is really, really nice. I love how many weapons that they have for each character. I love that you could just find the weapons and you could fuse them with other weapons and get other stuff and whatnot. You could also do it with the you do it with the 2 weapons. I actually love that everybody has a regular weapon, like their main weapon, and they have a sub weapon. Every single person has one, and it's a different one for them. So I just think that's really cool. I feel like this is the first game that I've seen that in. Yeah, because most games either have like that character only has swords and that's all that they use, or the characters can use a variety of weapons. But this game is just like, no, you have your main weapon, which is like closer combat for the most part. And then no, I think there's one character that has it switched, but like I think the sub weapon is usually like the projectile, like the range weapon. Because I'm thinking like Ninja Star, gun. No, that's not true, because Kisala, I think her sub weapon is kicking, but she kind of like jumps really high in the air, I guess. So, I don't know. It's just cool. It's just cool. I also really like that everybody has their different outfits, and their outfits change for every single one, so you don't get that much equipment, like when I mean like armor, but when you do get it, it changes their appearance. Love that. They do have some stats up on it, but like it's not really too relevant. Like, yeah, it's nice to get some equipment, but like I played through the game with some characters. No, I think there had to been. No, I think everybody had at least one piece of equipment, but like I feel like you could have made it through the game with no equipment. I feel like I could have. But yeah, I think that's really cool, and they're all different, and it shows on the character. Like this game really was just like showing all of the cool stuff that they can do in this game, and it's really great. Like I can't stress enough how good of a game this is. It's just the last part I didn't like, but I don't want to be too negative, because like a lot of the game I was just having a blast. So yeah, I'm sure there's more stuff. Maybe I'll play through it again, I don't know. But like I said before, if this ever gets a remake, getting it immediately, unless it's like some other stuff. Hey, it's Numi from Post. I know you've missed me, but one more thing I wanted to say about Rogue Galaxy is that, well, this is the other game that had the different, space travel to different planets and stuff, but there's a little mini game thing where it has like a circuit thing. You kind of like create this machine, and it helps you gain more materials, items, I don't even know, maybe weapons, I don't know. Apparently it's really good, and my friend was telling me how cool it is, and it looked cool. I even watched videos on it, but I just could not be fussed to do it. Maybe if this game got a remake, I don't know what's going on with level 5, but maybe if this game got a remake and was put onto modern consoles, I'll be more inclined to do it. I don't know what that is with me, but like once I actually own a game, I'm like, okay, I feel like let's go in and let's like, let's work for this. It's kind of like the same thing with another game coming up. When I played it through emulation, I was like, I'm not doing these side quests, on to the next. But then when I did it, when it actually got remade, I did all the side quests and they were fine. But yeah, I feel like if I were to own this actually physically in my hand, I would be more inclined to like do all the extra content. But like I don't know, it's just something about like doing extra content on an emulator with like a ROM and stuff like that. It doesn't feel real. It feels like, okay, but what if this save data, like what if I mistakenly delete it or something, or like something corrupts or something? I guess I can corrupt with an actual game, but I feel like it's less likely. I don't know. It's just how my brain works. Anyways, let's move on. Alright, now on to the next game that I actually forgot that I played this year. Little Nightmares 2. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna make this quick, just like how the game is quick, because Little Nightmares games aren't that long. It's exactly what I thought it would be, and I liked it. Yep. Like even when things were a little difficult, I was like, this is fine. Like this difficulty is fine. Like even if on stream I looked like I was frustrated or whatever like that, ultimately I was fine. I liked it. It's exactly what I thought I was going to get into, and I'm happy for that. Yep. And this is something I know for sure. It's another day. It's now January the 4th. I recorded the first part like right after the countdown on January 1st. So, the next game that I want to talk about is Digimon. Digimon Time Strangers. I know there's another word, but I can't remember right now. Anyways, this game is amazing. First off, I want to say thank goodness it came out before Pokemon Legends EA came out. And of course, I'm not going to be here trying to compare the games, but of course, a lot of people see, okay, the focus is monsters. They're just the same thing, right? No. But thank goodness that this came out first. Now, I wish it would have came out closer to the summer, but obviously beggars can't be choosers. But I don't even know if that was the right expression. Whatever, I'm tired. I'm just happy it came out before Pokemon came out because I feel like a lot of people would have just gotten Pokemon and went Digi-Who. But it's an amazing game. It's a phenomenal game. I've had a great time playing it. I know that there's DLC out. I'm not able to get it yet. Not because I can't purchase it. It's just I don't have time. Like even if I were to buy it right now, I wouldn't, or had money at the time of the DLC dropping, because I'm pretty sure it came out like 2, maybe even 3 weeks ago. I was just way too busy. So even if I did buy it, I wouldn't be able to play it. But an amazing game. I think one thing that Digimon does is they make really good characters, human and Digimon, because the Digimon can talk. So like I feel like they really brought some Digimon to life, for good and bad. There's some really good ones like the Bearmon brothers. Love their little arc and stuff. You know what? Another thing is that you don't just like meet characters and then like they don't exist anymore. No. You meet a character and then you'll meet them again and then you'll meet them again, and like they're also living life. They're also progressing through and having their own stories and their own arcs. And it makes the game very lively. Like a lot of Digimon aren't just static and just like, all right, you're done with my quest, goodbye, I will be sitting here for the rest of my life. No, there's a lot of Digimon. And another thing, now that I'm saying it, of course, spoilers, not too much, but like, a little here and there. The way that they express that time has passed is by Digimon evolving. And the one thing that I really love is that once a Digimon evolves, you go, wait, was that such and such? Wait a second. And especially if you haven't seen that Digimon before and you're like, wait, so you mean to tell me that Digimon turns into this one? Oh wait, I can't wait to get that one on my team so I can do the same thing. That's great. I love that. But yes, this game is phenomenal. Dare I say my game of the year of 2025. Like I had an amazing time. Very much worth your money. You get so much content in the game. One thing I really do love is that the side quests help you actually progress in the, well, how can I say it? Help you progress getting more Digimon, like better Digimon and better stats on your Digimon. So you want to do every quest. Like it's not like any like, oh, if you do this you get Digimeat. Yeah, okay, you get Digimeat, but also it helps you get points so that you can get better stats on your Digimon. Speaking of Digimon, this game was the first Digimon game, or Digimon RPG game, where I actually cared about their typings. Now, I haven't played a lot of Digimon games. I've only played Digimon World DS, Digimon World Dawn. Cyber Sleuth, and Hackers on Ring. All of those games, I did not care about what my Digimon's typing was. It is what it is, you know? I kind of just like spammed it and whatever. This game, no. Maybe if you're playing on the easier modes. I'm pretty sure I played on hard mode. Or no, I played on normal mode, actually. Yeah, I think I played on normal mode. Either way, you need to pay attention to it. Okay, maybe like in the beginning you can like slide by, but like for the most part, you need to pay attention to that because there are going to be boss battles that you're going to have a really hard time with. Because that Digimon will resist or straight up not even take damage if you do not have the right typing on your Digimon, or the move not be the right typing. And I love that. Like, it's not like crazy difficult, but also you need to pay attention. What more can I ask for? What's another thing? Also, I mean, I just love all the characters in the game. I also just love the variety of Digimon. You get so many Digimon in this game, and you can kind of like carry them with you and just like, because in the other Digimon games you kind of had like 6 Digimon or 8, or no, in Cyber Sleuth you can have more. Cyber Sleuth and Hackers on Ring you can have a bit more, but you didn't have like the whole Digibox, which you had to go back to a place and then like do all the rearranging and stuff. In this game you have the Digibox with you, but you also have like a digital farm at a specific place. Now that one, I like it and I don't like it. There's just one big Digi world that you put them on the Digi farm and you kind of like do their thing so they can get like more stats to help them evolve and stuff like that into different things. You also can give them different, like, I'm pretty sure it's like Digi meat, banana, carrot, apple, stuff like that, and there's like a Digi protein too that you can give them, see which one they like, but it doesn't really do much. You kind of just put them up there, and I'm pretty sure there's a limit. I don't even know if you can get a second one. I don't think you can, but I don't know, maybe I missed a quest or something. But it was just like, okay, it was like serviceable. It was nothing special. It wasn't anything nice. Yeah, you just kind of just like throw them there. But yeah, I'm again thinking about like all of the Digimon and all of their personalities. And there was actually some really tear-jerking moments in this game. I'm thinking of one specific one in the forest. That one was really sad. But there are some other ones as well. But yeah, I think if you were ever on the fence about this game, there's no need to be on the fence about it. Get it. Like, I am telling you, you will have a great time. Get the game. Oh man, what's a I don't want to spoil too much, but like, I remember first seeing the price and being like, I don't know. But now that I thought about it and after playing it, I'm like, yeah. It's not like a game that's like 1,000 hours long, but like, I feel like it's a good, satisfying end. You have a really good length of gameplay. And if you really want to play more about a DLC, or you could play it again. I'm pretty sure they have higher difficulties after you complete the game, because I'm pretty sure it's like easy, normal, hard, and then like you get like the extra hard and I hate myself type of difficulties. Go right ahead. Trust me, I'm pretty sure it actually is doable, because you can make your Digimon really strong in this game if you know what you're doing. And there's a lot of people who played the demo and they made their rookie Digimon like super powerful, so much powerful that they actually defeated that, you know, that red Digimon. I think he's like, I don't think he's Darkramon. No, that's somebody else. The red Digimon in the beginning of the demo. You know that little area where like you really cannot beat him? There were some people who grinded enough and understood how the game worked enough that they actually took their rookie Digimon and defeated him. I've seen somebody freaking one-shot the Kabuterimon at the end of that demo. So like, you can make your Digimon pretty powerful. I think it's very doable. So yeah, they did their big one with Time Strangers. They really did, and I am so excited to see what is in store for Digimon in the future. And I'm glad that Bandai Namco finally realized that they can make a good Digimon game. Like, it, I don't know, maybe it was hard in their minds, but they could make a really good Digimon game, and it could sell well because it's actually good. Who would have thought making a good game equals selling well? But I think I exhausted this topic enough. All in all, play it. Now we're on to the next game. Okay, the next game, Raidou Remastered. This game actually has a different name from the original one, which is Thank You, actually. Because when I thought about it, excuse me, I was like, yeah, it could actually get really confusing. But Raidou Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. Sorry, it's Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor. No, it's Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, Raidou Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. And Atlas was like, how about we call it Raidou Remaster? Bam. It might be one other word in there, something like that. But this game is another one where it's exactly what I thought it would be, because I was actually keeping up with it. I'm pretty sure I made a video on Raidou Remastered. Probably was the last video I made. Ooh, how many years ago was that? But it's exactly what I thought it would be. This game was the last game that I played of 2025. I'm pretty sure I beat it like December 30th or something like that, December 29th, something like that. And yeah, it's great. It's exactly the story. I know that they said that they changed some stuff, or they like kind of spruced up the story, probably like took out like some unnecessary stuff. I actually don't even know what they would have taken out, or what they've taken. I'm gonna have to look up a video on that. But yeah, it's still the same great story. Now it actually plays well. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Listen, I don't have a PS2. I don't. And even if I did have a PS2, I'm pretty sure that Devil Summoner Raidou Kuzunoha game probably is a pretty penny. I did not play it with a PlayStation 2. Keep it a buck with you. So I had the option to make it look crusty and playable, or make it look nice and then have like this weird like gray line that like messes up the clouds in the game. But you don't have to worry about this, because you just buy this on the Switch or PlayStation. I think it's on the PlayStation as well. Is it on Steam yet? It might be on. Yeah, I think it is on Steam. I think it came out on Steam actually at the same time. Huh, nice. But yeah, this game, the gameplay, or I should say the combat of the game, it's more reminiscent of Raidou 2, which is great, because the first Raidou game was neat, but it definitely needed some sprucing up. Like once you play the first game not knowing anything, and then you play the second game, you're like, oh yeah, the second game feels a lot better. Raidou now is much more faster, agile, I should say. He's dodging better and whatnot. Now you can have like 2 demons in the party instead of 1. The way that I would do Raidou, I'm just gonna call it Raidou 1 and Raidou 2. Okay, the way I would do Raidou 1 is I would either have a demon who had like the super effective magic, or more than likely I would just have a demon who would spam heal, or would spam like some type of like curing, like a curing status move, so I wouldn't be like charmed or stoned or something like that. Boom. So it was kind of like a little boring. It was just like whatever, and then like Raito would just slice and dice. But in this game, like, you can go wild with it. One thing I did notice, and I don't know if people would be upset about it or not, but Raito does not have elemental bullets anymore. In Raito 1, the original one, you could purchase bullets of various different magic and status elements. In this one, that is not the case. Raito has his like little magic thing. He could do all the elements, you know, electric, wind, fire, ice, and it has like a little charge up time and stuff like that, which is fine, 100% fine. You don't have to worry about the bullets. He still has a gun, and the gun is actually pretty nice. If you shoot it enough, it will stun enemies, which is great. You really want to stun enemies in this game. Once you stun them, you can gain back a lot of mag. Another thing, when it comes to mag, this part is just like how the original is. You and your demons share one mag bar. So it's like your MP bar. Everybody in party, Raito, well, no, not Raito, because actually I'm pretty sure all of his skills don't take that. But all the monsters, they all use one MP bar, which is the mag bar. Unlike, I believe in Raito 2, every single demon had their own MP bar. But yeah, that's the same thing. That's one thing that carried over from the first game. Something that's very new to this game is the amount of skills that Raito can have on his sword, on his katana. It's crazy the amount of stuff that you can get on him and make him like super duper powerful. It came to the point where I was like, am I playing on the hardest mode? Like, I feel like I'm killing this. One thing I would say that really helped me out, and I was like, I kind of wish this was also in the original, was this big I forget the name of it, but it's like it shows you in the battle. It's pink, and whenever it charges all the way up, it like glows pink, and you have to press A and Z, and you do like this big super move with Raito. That helps so much. That helps with like hordes of demons when there's like a lot of them, and you're like, I want it to be over with. Or if you're fighting a boss and you get them stunned, or you knock down their shield or whatever like that, because the enemies now have like shields and stuff that you gotta knock down, and then they get like, then you're able to like stun them and stuff. But yeah, you can do just massive damage to them, and that helps so much with so many bosses. And it's actually not even I don't think any boss is like immune to it or like reflects it or any crap like that. No, it just does big stupid boo-boo move, and it does a healthy chunk to your enemy, and I really appreciate it, because even I'm pretty sure I played on Private Eye difficulty, and there were some battles where I'm like, oh, all right, this is taking a bit. Like, I'm not dying, but this HP bar ain't going down that fast. One thing I will say another thing I like about the game is that when Raito is slashing, there is a way like you can mash A, but you can actually switch the settings to just hold it, and Raito will just slash on his own. That, right, accessibility, I would never bet an eye at, because that is amazing. I had a person in my chat, a friend of mine in chat, saying, I like it, but the mashy, you know, it's hurting my hands. I'm so old. And I'm like, listen, geriatric friend, you actually can change the settings and just hold it. And he said, thank you so much. I appreciate this. It's exactly how they sound. But yeah, that's amazing. And actually, once I told him that, I kind of just had it like that for the rest of the game, and I was like, yeah, let's go ham. Ooh, what's something else about the game that I really enjoyed? Oh, they introduced a 200 more demon, and a lot of them were from SMT 5. I'm sure they were from other games too, but a good amount of them were from SMT 5, which is very interesting because Raito was in Nocturne, right? If you didn't have the Dante DLC, you saw Raito in the original one, and then Nocturne and SMT5 are kind of connected because SMT5 like heavily hints at Nocturne, so it's kind of like a thing like, ooh, I wonder if there's like a crazy connection. Also, side note, this is just like me talking on my butt, but like me like going on tangents, that's what I should say. I actually think it would be really nice if, like, you know how in Nocturne Dante was in the game, it would have been really cool if Bayonetta was in SMT5, because like they tried to connect SMT5 and Nocturne, and then like Bayonetta and Dante are connected, so like that would be really cool if Bayonetta was like a demon. But we didn't get that. Whatever. But yeah, this game is great, but there are just little things that I didn't like about it. Not too many though. One thing that I didn't like about it is that when it came to demon fusion, I feel like the demon fusion was very limited. Like, I feel like there weren't that many demons to fuse to. And I'm like, I wish there was more. And there was a lot of times where I just had to like get rid of demons because like they didn't have anything to go to. Like I either already had their resulting demon, or like it was giving a demon that like was just like too low level or whatever. But one thing I will say about the demons, oh yeah, this is another thing. Yes. I remember the demons being expensive as hell in the original game, to the point where there weren't that many demons that I actually bought back because it was just so much money. Number one, you do gain a good amount of money through battles. And number two is that buying back demons is so cheap. You can buy back. There was never a time where I couldn't buy back a demon because of my money. But I'm like, thank you so much. I always wondered what the heck was the point of buying back a demon if it was going to take all of your money. Like, it'll be demons that's like 10 levels lower, and it's just like, this is literally half my money. What the heck is going on? But yeah, that is not an issue anymore. You can buy back so many demons. I fused so much stuff at the end of the game. Oh, I went crazy, especially when I got mod. Oh, ooh, I'm sorry, I was moving my phone. But yeah, this game is amazing. If you want, I would say get it. Steam, PlayStation. I mean, it probably went on sale during Black Friday or Christmas or something, but hey, if you ever want to wait for like a Steam sale or something, I'm pretty sure it'll go on sale on Steam or whatnot. I promise you, this will be a great time. And I really hope that the next game, well, I think that the Raito 2 remaster will most likely come out. And I remember the dev saying that he wanted to make more Raito games, but like, I don't think this game sold. Like, I don't think it was terrible, but I also think it didn't sell that much. So like, we'll see. But like, I would say if there's like anything that I could do in this video, please go buy this game. I would love to see like a boom in it so we could see more of these, because it's really good, and I feel like the developer really actually enjoys this game. Like, I hate to say it, but it's a little rare these days to have someone be like, yeah, this game is my baby and I want it to be good. I want to do everything to make you guys enjoy the game. And that's what I feel like this game was. It was their best bet to make the first game, extremely enjoyable. And that's what they achieved. And I don't know. Maybe you guys in the comments can tell me like some reasons of why you think it didn't sell well. But yeah, I think that's all of the games that I played throughout 2025. It wasn't that many games, but hopefully I'm able to manage my time better I'm not gonna lie, I might even like quit one of my jobs. If I do, then like I'd have more time to like stream games and play. Also, there are some games I did play offline, but I didn't finish any of them. So, oh well. But yeah. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully in 2026 we have tons more. I think, actually, you know what? Right after this video, I'm gonna make a list and like kind of like do like what games I want to play in order and stuff like that. We're gonna be strategic with this. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and have a great new year. Numi out.